Hello and welcome back to Avy West Ham View. I'm Sam.
I'm Tom.
Well, we're not too disappointed. We've just literally got back from the City game, so we thought we'd just do an instant, post-match reaction.
Jump straight on it. Yeah.
Different setup. I do apologise if the sound quality is not all that. Tom's away next week, so we thought, you know what, let's just get some content recorded and have a little chinwag. So, first off, quality.
Yeah, we set up how we expected to set up. I think we played that low block, and we literally set up and defended unbelievably. There was no mistakes. Everyone knew their job, and we caught on the break a few times. I thought Antonio held the ball up well at times, and I also think Paqueta. I think the way he played, it was almost like his trial day for Man City. Right?
It was, mate. It was nice. Great first half. Think Emerson. You talk about Paqueta. I think Emerson and Paqueta in that first half particularly were brilliant. The link up. As soon as he went to the other side, which funnily enough is where the goal ended up coming from, but as soon as he went to the other side, I felt like that's when we struggled to get him moving. Yeah. But then to just, like you say, Paqueta was different class, really.
You mentioned in the first half, the left winger, Paqueta and Emerson, that link up, we've not really seen as much before. And it was nice to see in the first half. Yeah, sure. We played well. Look, you've got to remember who we're playing against. Man City are a top side, arguably the best team in the world, and we made them look pretty average in the first half, if I'm honest. They had a few good chances.
Yeah, Haaland had that one at the back post in the first half, which was a bit out of nothing, really, and he just put it wide completely from about 5 yards out.
And then a Gerd cleared one off the line.
Obviously, you had that Areola moment, which was like, obviously, it's down the other end, so we didn't have our binoculars with us, unfortunately, today. Two Areola saves, and then I think, again, it looked like another one off the line. But what I would say is with the first half, I think it took about sort of 13, 14 minutes for us to make our first forward pass. Not talking negatively too much really here, but when we did it down the line to Antonio, we actually looked a threat, and it was like, hang on a minute, he's got a Kanji on toast.
Yeah, he did.
Right? Yeah, let's get it down the line, and I think that's when it started to really piece together, didn't it?
Yeah, I think Antonio was great. It was a question mark for me when he came off, to be honest, because Kanji, Diaz, the other fella. I can't pronounce his name. The guy that's on from Leipzig.
Guavadal.
Him. They didn't like him. They couldn't handle his strength. And as soon as he came off, it just felt like we didn't have a target man. Obviously, Bowen's not a natural centre forward, and that for me, alongside Alvarez coming up, was where it kind of fell apart for us.
Yeah. And just finishing off on the first half, the way we controlled the ball in that last sort of 15 minutes, it felt like we was going to score. Some of the passing. That interlinked play between Emerson and Paqueta, then they was using Alvarez brilliantly, feeding off the back. It was some lovely football being played, but and I haven't mentioned his name once, and I do have a negative. What did Soucek do today?
Yeah, there was the thing is with City, right? They don't tend to play the long ball. They keep the ball on the ground a hell of a lot. So the Soucek strength of the aerial threats defensively wasn't there. No. Offensively, he didn't really. I can't remember him winning any headers from the Ward-Prowse corners. Obviously, Zuma had a great chance. Yeah. I don't think it's his game, if I'm honest.
No, he does a lot of the work that, unless you're kind of properly watching him, running and covering passing lanes and whatever, it goes a lot of the time unnoticed, I think. But
he looked absolutely written off by the 60th minute.
And ultimately, is that just enough? Is it all the stuff off the ball? He's got to add something to the game, and he's not a holding player now. Ward-Prowse is doing all the work in between. What does he actually? He gets in the way.
He has games, Soucek, where he offers offensively. When he plays a bit further forward, he always looks much better. But when he has responsibility and we play a side that are going to hold the ball, this kind of counter-attacking style, I don't think it suits him. I know we're playing Man City, but I think Alvarez really sugarcoated his performance today. And then when he did come off, you could see what Soucek was doing. It wasn't enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think starting, and it's funny how with Luton it ended up being Soucek, and then he got injured, and then Benrahma come on. Actually,
Brighton, that was Brighton, wasn't it, as well? Brighton he came on. I think.
Was it?
Yeah, Brighton he came on.
Luton was definitely the game where he got injured, like early doors, punch in the face, wasn't it?
That was Brighton.
Was it Brighton?
Yeah, it was Brighton.
It was Brighton. Of course, it was Brighton. And things actually went pretty well. So I think, in hindsight, should have probably started Benrahma today or Kudus over Soucek, in my opinion.
I think, but then when Benrahma come on, you're up against Kyle Walker, and there's a mismatch. I think it's just, City are Manchester City. There's no correct way to set up. But
okay, so leave Paqueta on that wing, bring Kudus on, playing through the middle.
Yeah, there is
that more attacking role.
That's what I said in the prediction.
But then you don't want to hold Ward Prowse back. Who let's get to the goal. First half goal. 5 games, 5 goals or assist contributions.
James Ward-Prowse is on fire.
Only 7% of people have got him in their FPL team.
Yeah,
I'm not one of them.
Neither am I.
What are we doing? Seriously.
We did talk about this pre-match. Did you have Haaland as your captain?
I did.
Yeah, I did as well. Yeah.
Not that. Do you know what I was thinking during the game? There's 60,000 fans in here. How many of them? I'd love to know the percentage of fans that have got Haaland captain. I mean,
hell of a lot. Yeah,
probably 70+%.
Probably majority of them. Yeah. But
talking of Haaland and chances, how many chances did he have?
Shout out to Ariona. I know he conceded 3, but he had some really good saves. You mentioned the one in the first half, the 2 saves. There was one Haaland was clean through and he saved it.
Yeah.
A couple of headers. There was a lot of chances that he saved.
He did. But
distribution wasn't that good though.
No,
I think City just really pressed. But there was a couple of times I think he could have held it and played it short a bit more.
Yeah, he done a proper dodgy ball out the back to the left back, and just a waste of possession.
Yeah.
But like you say, his shot stopping is absolutely brilliant. There's times where you think, how the hell has he got that? And he did it in the
as well. He gets there.
We'll talk about Soufal in the fact that
Doku was
a lovely assist for the Ward-Prowse goal. In fact, it was Doku who had an absolutely brilliant game, who made the mistake. It was a heavy touch. Soufal picked the ball up. Did he drive the whole length?
He had a good old, and I'm surprised Doku didn't catch him up.
Yeah.
He must have had a little yeah, but I don't know. But it was a great ball. It was the old Soufal, and I said it at half time. I know he had a tough day at the office today. We expected that. We're starting to see the top form, the distribution, the crosses that he used to offer in the first season, really.
Yeah, it was a brilliant ball, right on his head. And I didn't even know it was at first. I'm thinking, I thought it was Bowen. I thought it was Bowen in the box, but it was James Ward-Prowse.
Striker's finish.
What a header.
Into the ground. I would say, like, we said this in the preview to the game, how the result is the result, but it's how we play. And in that first half, I mean, we played arguably the best we've played all season. Like, generally, the way we set up was fantastic. We defended well. We picked our chances, and that's what we asked for.
Yeah, it was the way we ended the half. Yeah. It should have been 2. Yeah. I mean, that one where James Ward-Prowse and Bowen were about to take the corner, Bowen whipped in, it just went right across the face. How did we not score there?
Yeah.
But what's your thoughts on Kudus? Because he made a debut against Luton, but this is his home debut. He come on with he was ready to come on the 56th minute, and he didn't get on to the 63rd or 4th. What do you think?
It was, it's a tough game to come into. Obviously, Luton, he came on for the last 5. The first time Kudus picked the ball up was he was under the cosh in the box. I think he did okay. You can't really. It's hard to judge against Manchester City. I think we'll obviously see a lot more expected to start at Anfield or in the Europa League. It'd be nice to see him start this week coming up, but it's so hard to judge. I think he maybe could have kept it a little bit more simple at times, but you're under pressure. You're trying to impress. It's your first game. I don't think there's a lot. It's a really tough one. It's a really tough one.
Yeah, I think, like you say, I mean, the first time he picked the ball up was in our own box, and he had about 4 City players around.
Same as the Luton
game. So, but I think, he seems like he's got a really quick, short burst of pace. It'd be interesting to see him in a game where we're actually, we've got a bit of control, dare I say it, and actually we're more on the front foot. We've had some really tough opening games, bar the Bournemouth one, which was. What I'm looking forward to is a home game against a Sheffield United, and I'm probably going to jinx it here. But a home game against a side that we, on paper, should win, because then, as the home team, you have more of the ball.
When you pick the ball up,
whereas at the moment you've had Chelsea, you've had Chelsea and City at home, and you go to Liverpool next week. We've had a really tough start.
Bournemouth away,
really tough start. We're still 6th in our own right.
No one can take us on this weekend.
No one can take us on.
Huge. And if we do beat Liverpool next week, and I fancy us at Anfield to get something. I really do. I think Liverpool, Wolves had a fantastic game against them today in the first half. We quite in the first half, but we're still only 3 points adrift of Liverpool or Tottenham. We got a really lucky result today, didn't they?
It's a good show. So really interesting results actually. A lot of 3-1s, funny enough. So as you said, you had 3-1 Liverpool. There was 1-0 down. And Pedro Neto looked class, didn't he? But they got a 1 back in the second half early on, and then they got 2-1 and then 3-1 to win it in the last 6 minutes. And then
good football. So they've been playing good football. Yeah. I mean, United, they play good football. They just get unlucky, don't they?
They do. Moving on, Villa Palace, another 3-1. Villa scored 3 goals in between the 87th minute and then 90 plus 11, so 111 minutes. That is
talk about the added time as well. I mean, we'll go to the top and in a minute. The minutes that are being added on in some of these games, it's just mental, isn't it?
Clearly, it's having a massive impact because Douglas Luiz penalty on the 98th minute, and then on the 101st Leon Bailey goal. That would not have happened last season.
No way.
It would. So there you go, massive impact there. Villa also had a disallowed goal in the first half. Fulham picked up what seems like a pretty comfortable 1-0 win. They had 78% possession.
They're going straight back down, Luton. They're going straight back down.
They're going down. They still had a few attempts, but Jesus Christ. And then the big one, apparently the United fans are going mental at Ten Hag, 3-1.
It's not good. I mean, it really flatters our result against Brighton even more than we already know it's a huge result. But, you know, they've gone away from home to Old Trafford and absolutely outplayed them by the looks of it. And Tottenham, again, talking about the added time, you know, they've scored in the 98th and the 90 plus 11th minute, the 101st. It's not nice to see, is it, really?
No, it's not. There was 12 yellow cards and a red, so 13 yellows and a red card in that game. So if anyone had a bet builder for cards in that one, Jesus Christ. But again, the game comes to life. 98th and 100th minute, which is just ridiculous.
Tottenham have had they've had Bournemouth, Sheffield United, and they've had
a great
Burnley, they've had Brentford. You know, they've got a big test next week against the Arsenal. So let's hope they get absolutely battered, even though I'm not a fan of Arsenal either.
No, but as you say, Arsenal, Liverpool, but then they've got Luton, Fulham, Palace.
We'll see how they go.
We'll see how they get on. At the end of the day, as we said on the way home, every game's a hard game now.
Yeah.
You don't. I know I say our teams we should beat at home, but clearly Sheffield United gave it a good go today because there was 1-0 up until the 98th minute. I mean, we were laughing. We were like, at least Spurs have lost.
Yeah, done.
Yeah. Anyway, West Ham, obviously, we lost today. We're not in bad spirits, are we?
No.
You know, end of the day, I think we didn't go there. We was very optimistic. We changed to Bruno.
Yeah, shout out to Bruno. Bruno did say we win today.
Yeah, but there you go. And then obviously Newcastle Brentford is currently ongoing in the 52nd minute, 0-0.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that one goes. Seems to be a very good game. Anything else you wanted to add, Tom?
I think we're going to Liverpool next week. You've got a big game in the week. We'll predict that soon. But I think TSK topper, blah blah blah. I think it's a good opportunity for us to pick up momentum again and get a good result and then go to Liverpool. But no, overall, I think we played pretty well. Yeah. You can't really judge the result against a team like City, but we said it before. If we play well, we play well.
Absolutely. I guess we can say, what's happened there? Right, like, subscribe, turn the notifications on, and we'll hopefully turn this around very quickly. Again, sorry, I do apologise if the sound quality is not all that. It's a bit of a different setup, but it's nice to get the content out there pretty quickly. Onwards and upwards, still top 6.
Come on, you Iron.
Come on.